this amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's right.
So, did we already introduce ourselves? Should we do it again for real? Who's gonna start? Peter.
Hi, I'm Peter Chan, and I'm the lead artist.
You drew that painting right there, right?
Yes, I did, yes.
Okay.
I'm Larry Ahern, lead animator.
You killed that bird.
And I think that was a Leela scene.
Oh, okay.
She's the animal killer.
I like the mustache trees in that last shot, Peter. I'm Tim Schaefer, co-project leader of this lovely game.
And I am Dave Grossman, other project leader and designer and writer along with Tim of this lovely game.
That should have been our titles, co and other.
Co and other, yeah.
Clint Bajakian, one of the composers.
Peter McConnell, one of the composers.
Nice. The game has begun, you guys. Okay, so we saw the lovely, what was the name of that classical music that plays during the opening voice?
Rossini, William Tell Overture. It's the quiet part of the William Tell Overture.
There's two classical pieces that mean morning in cartoons.
Yes, there's that one, and then there's... And the other one is... That's from... Where is that from?
I don't remember.
It might be Peer Gynt or something like. That's a good guess.
It's not another place in the Rossini, is it?
No, I think it's Peer Gynt. I think.
But for that opening scene with the music, we actually got the score and sequenced the ink into the MIDI sequencer.
Mm-hmm. That was one of the big panning sequences, like wide pieces of art for the game.
Oh, the room shot? It was a double room?
Mm-hmm. And I noticed there's a poster with an L from Laverne and Shirley on that poster back there.
Here's one of our giant animation scenes.
How did you lip sync back then? Because we didn't have any like tool. Nowadays we use a tool for lip syncing. Do you just by hand?
I think we just timed it out like the old-fashioned timing sheets.
Now that was for the cinematics, but for in-game, wasn't it Eric Wilmunder?
I thought it just blah 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 chatter.
I think the in-game was just on-off with audio on-off.
Yeah, there's no actual lip syncing for the majority of the game,
so
which
just,
is funny since I have gotten many compliments on the lip syncing for this game over the years.
Because, you know, it loops around and every percentage of the time it's on, right?
Well, because I remember Eric...
Yeah, I think Eric designed some kind of an algorithm for making the lips move to the level of volume.
Yeah.
Right, if there are
of the
pauses,
waveform.
pauses in the
Of the
audio, it
waveform,
stops
yeah.
moving the lips.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now these credits were done by Kyle Balda.
That's
You're
right.
saying entirely on his internship?
Yep.
So wait, did we not pay for these
He,
credits? Or did we pay for
took
them?
time.
He got paid, right?
I think so, yeah. He took time. This is Peter, the other Peter. We took time out of CalArts. He came and spent some time with us, and we gave him this intro as an internship, and he did a fabulous job.
Seems like a funny thing to do. Like, hey, you're an intern. You've never done this before. Do you want to do the entire animated intro? The most.
But I remember when he did, you know, when he finished something, he shared it with us. We were all blown away by it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The most iconic signature piece. Can you
Yeah.
hurry and finish that before you go
We
back
want
to
to
school?
set the entire
That's right.
tone for the look of our game, and
It was excellent.
I would later learn that this was the perfect piece to have Kyle work on because he was colorblind, as it turns out.
I didn't know that.
I saw him
I
working
didn't
on something
even
else
know
and he
that.
had other people picking his colors for him.
Oh, interesting. There was another 3D artist we had there in B Building that was colorblind too, and it was one of those things where people were just kind of, have you noticed everything he does? The reds don't make sense or whatever. I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh, the cow. I always get really happy watching these credits. I like the stretchy cow neck.
That cow should have showed up again later somewhere.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
What if the cow had come on their journey with them? Everything would have been so different.
Well, here's
you
the
know?
story explanation right now for why the cow doesn't come.
Because he's just tired.
Doesn't want to make
Like,
the walk.
I've been to the
hill.
mansion before.
Now, this is the first fight I had with Peter McConnell. Do you remember this, Peter?
Yes, I was gonna.
You were gonna mention that?
If you were gonna remember it.
Because the opening cutscene was too long, and we always had a problem with too long opening cutscenes, and so we were like, let's split it in half and put an interactive sequence. So there's an interactive sequence that's about to start, but I seem to remember it was the wrong time of day for you because it's nighttime outside. It started in the daytime with the mutation scene, then it became nighttime.
Right.
But then what happened? Then it turned into daytime at the end. That's what bothered you because the music couldn't make that transition in your mind.
Yeah, well, I think mostly I was crabby because we had to the cutscenes and the interactivity required a bunch of programming in iMuse, and I'd finished it one way, and then you changed it to another, and so I think I came up with some sort of artistic argument that had to do with daylight like that, but
that's an important thing to learn running a project, to not change things after someone spent hours and hours making something.
Well, it was also an important thing to learn not to step way out of your bailiwick and tell the guy who's writing the scene how to write the scene.
Oh, there are bailiwicks all over the place in this game.
Laverne's covering that territory. It looks broken, but there's something in the coin return. Looks like Dr. Fred wearing a powdered wig. Handsome in a way, but I'm glad he eventually accepted his hair loss. Boy, the Edisons are a spectacularly ugly family. There's some correction fluid in it. Wow, it's from my favorite movie. I have 3 just like it at home. It's stuck to the floor. I don't think that would look better white. Aha! A secret passage. This is all too easy.
Laverne, how'd you get upstairs?
Am I upstairs? I got lost.
Seen any tentacles?
What's a tentacle?
Oh, just something I whipped up in my spare time. Made good pets, actually. Until one of them tried to take over the world. Had to tie the little buggers up in the basement.
Good thing you told us that.
Yeah, Bernard wanted us to set them free.
Thank God you weren't that stupid. Did you say Bernard? Okay, you're free to go.
Thanks, Bernard.
Yes, thank you, naive human. Now I can finish taking over the world.
Wait!
Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
He's incredibly evil, isn't he?
I'll try to talk him out of it.
Well, what possible harm could one insane mutant tentacle do?
Leaping lab rats!
Dr. Fred.
What have you done this time, you meddling milquetoast? Now Purple Tentacle is free to use his evil mutant powers to take over the world and enslave all humanity!
Whoops.
Our only hope now is to turn off my sludge-o-magic machine and prevent the toxic mutagen from entering the river.
Isn't it a little late for that, Doctor?
Of course, that's why I'll have to do it. Yesterday, through the time machine.
This is all your fault, Bernard.
Behold, children, the Chronogon.
Doc, can't you just send Bernard?
No, you must all go to increase the odds that one of you will make it there alive.
Have any people ever been hurt in this thing?
Of course not. This is the first time I've ever tried it on people. Well, I'll be.
And then there's the porta potties, vessels.
Chronojons.
Yep.
Chronojons.
This, by the way, is an amazing full screen animation before it was possible to do full screen animation.
And not actually animated. That's all. The background's all color cycling.
It's all color cycling.
A lost art in the world of.
I forgot about that.
Now that computers work like they should, you don't have to do that stuff anymore.
You know, if you look at Mark Ferrari's website, not that Mark Ferrari worked on this game, but he was a master of color cycling, and he has a whole website where he's done it in a more high-end way, like with higher res color cycling. He just kept perfecting that to higher and higher resolutions.
Yeah, that stuff was crazy. He was into it, and then I think Bill Eakin was the one that inherited the mantle from him when he left.
All the lava in Indy 4.
Yeah.
And they said imitation diamond wasn't good enough. Uh-oh.
See, color cycling.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was like 2-3 frame animations.
And a little surf music for Hoagie. We always had a place for surf music in our games. That, the Bone Wagon theme.
Yep.
That's right.
I think that surf music was yours.
That was mine. Yeah, I did that last little sequence there.
Yeah, you know, the musically, this I believe was the last project that we all worked on. Certainly the last original title that we all worked on together, sort of equally as composers, where there was no lead composer, and we all pretty much
panicked and freaked out together.
Mail order jewels.
What happened to Hoagie and Laverne?
I knew I should have bought a real diamond.
Are they alive?
My dials say that the larger specimen landed 200 years in the past, and the other is stuck 200 years in the future.
Well, hurry up and bring them back.
I will, as soon as I get a new diamond. Then all your buddies have to do is plug in their respective chronojons and...
Plug them in? Where is Hoagie going to find an electrical outlet 200 years in the past?
Yes, well, he'll be needing my patented super battery then, won't he? Now, where did I put those patented super battery plans of mine?
Plans? How are we going to get Hoagie plans?
Don't worry me with details, boy. Just help me find the plans. They're in this house somewhere.
Now what am I going to do?
I think I made myself perfectly clear. Step 1, find plans. Step 2, save world. Step 3, get out of my house. Let's get cracking.
Okay, am I right, or is this is finally the game starting? Like the game, all of that was intro.
Right, all that was intro.
The game has now finally begun. And And then as soon as you walk off screen, we freeze again for another cutscene. Ah, okay, now we're playing.
So the original cutscene was like 7 minutes
before we added that brief, tiny introduction to. We always were wrestling with that. I felt in adventure games, like you want to tell the story and set it up for, the intro. But if then you think of another, before the intro, we should do this other little intro, and then you'd end up with all these like intros to the intros to the intros, and they.
Yoo-hoo! Dr. Fred?
The plans! The plans!
Now, where did Dr. Fred go? Excuse me?
What is it? I'm rather... Say, aren't you Bernard Bernoulli?
Yes, that's right.
I knew it! You broke into our mansion a few years ago to save your little friend. What did you come for this time?
I'm trying to keep a tentacle from conquering the world.
Really? How nice.
How's Dr. Fred doing?
Well, he's still upset about the family financial situation, seeing that it's his fault and all. But he seems a lot better now that he stopped sleepwalking.
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Come back anytime, you big hunk.
Hey, aren't you Weird Ed Edison, the paramilitary...
I remember when I was trying to figure out and come up with the style, it was back in those days, we didn't really have Google internet search stuff. So, all we had were 2 books that I studied from, and that was a Bugs Bunny book, compilation kind of thing, and Chuck-a-Muck, which was Chuck Jones's bio book. And I remember to do research, we had to use VHS tapes. And we watched all those classic Saturday morning cartoon stuff, and we would pause and look at, or for me, I was studying, looking at those old cartoons, and except when you pause on a VHS, you always get the line.
Tracking.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah. But that was how I was studying and trying to come up with, shapes and just study layout. And then,
That's quite a nice
yeah,
collection.
it worked out.
Can I have it?
No. I mean, no. They mean a lot to me. Sometimes I think they're the only friends I've got.
Well, hope I didn't get you too excited. Bye.
Peace be with you.
Beautiful 4,000 carat diamond.
A handle attached to a rotating shaft which transmits and modifies rotary motion and torque. A shaft is normally attached here to supply a rotary motive force which is transmitted up the pole. I don't think I can do that. It's locked. I can't. It's stuck. It's not exactly the Ritz.